Introduction to Coding, Part 1. You might always wonder how your computer works so fast. How are websites made? How can an application have so many features? How did this application know what to do? Coding is a very simple answer to all the questions asked above. This chapter will cover the basics of coding. It will give out basic information on coding. Coding is most commonly known as computer programming. It is a method through which we interact with computer systems. It is the most interesting and important part when it comes to learning about computers. Coding is basically instructions given to a machine on what to do. Therefore, writing code is pretty much similar to writing a list of instructions or rules. You can easily teach computers what to do or how to behave. In fact, more quickly if you learn how to write code. If you want to create a website or design application, you can use this skill to create them. You can also do coding to process data and perform a lot of different activities. The importance of computer code cannot be ignored or underestimated. Coding is used in nearly every single electrical item you have. The way these things work can appear complicated at first, but once you break that down, it is really relatively direct. Software developers and engineers, coders, and developers are all terms for all those who write code. They are all software engineers who make websites, applications, and even video games. It is basically that computers have their own language, called the machine code. Each number or symbol instructs the program to make a memory update. It might be a single digit of phrase, or maybe a little portion of something like a photograph or a clip. Computers have no idea how to do anything and everything on their own. It is the user's responsibility to provide these commands. This is simply how a computer works. How do traffic lights work? So far, we can see how important coding is and that it can be seen everywhere. We will look at how these traffic lights work. Have you ever wondered how these traffic lights that you see on the streets actually work? Are all the traffic lights the same and work in the same manner? Imagine, traffic lights can sense it when your car or any vehicle is there. Ever wondered how this could happen? After hearing this line, most people would say that the traffic lights are haunted. That is a nice joke. In this, you will see the working of traffic lights through technology, as well as learn a lot of facts based on the workings of them. Most traffic lights, as you are surely aware, have three colored lights. The green light means that proceeding through the crossing is safe and you can go or drive. The presence of a yellow light, or known as a caution light, warns vehicle that the light is just about to turn red. It means that you have to stop when it is about to turn red. Alternatively, if red is turning green, yellow means that you can start your engines and get ready to drive. When motorists see a yellow light, they are aware that they must slow the vehicle down and come to a full stop at the crossing. The red light, of course, means the traffic must come to a complete stop and stand in a line for the crossing to clear. Despite the fact that most traffic lights seem the same, they can operate in a number of different ways. You might have seen the best part of traffic lights, the timers. Simple timers like these are commonly used in the most popular traffic lights. The traffic signal will rotate through green, yellow, and red at frequent intervals based on the traffic levels. Traffic lights make sure that there is a continuous flow of traffic in all directions throughout the intersection. For congested areas with a regular and high level of traffic, timer-based systems are much more relevant and ideal. On November 20, 1923, Garrett Morgan discovered and brought the concept of traffic lights to this world. Isn't it fascinating to know about the workings of traffic lights? You always pass through them wondering how this device could possibly work. You will learn more about them now. Timer-based approaches do not operate well in locations where traffic is intermittent and unexpected. In a rural area, for example, a countdown system may cause several drivers to slow down or stop unnecessarily when there is no congestion or traffic. Sensor-based traffic lights maximize traffic effectiveness within such scenarios by only turning on when there is traffic. Numerous traffic lights work on software, and wherever software is present, coding goes hand in hand. Traffic lights can be considered an application of coding. Since numerous traffic lights run on high technology based software, a large amount of coding is required to operate them. The traffic signals are controlled by numerous program codes, or coding, that operate these traffic lights. The code adjusts the color of the traffic signals at periodic intervals. A smart choice would be that, instead of using timers, there should be use of smart or intelligent traffic lights. Smart sensor-based traffic lights use a network of sensors to detect the presence of vehicles. Sensor-based traffic lights differ considerably in geography and technology. To sense the presence of vehicles, countless technologies use laser beams, rubber hoses fully inflated with air, or surveillance camera. An electromagnetic loop system is another popular form of sensor. A coil of wire implanted on the surface of the road is used in such systems. When the vehicles halt just above the line, they detect changes in the magnetic fields. This is how traffic lights detect and respond to vehicles. So, how would sensor-based traffic management systems improve traffic flow and reduce congestion? If we take the case of a rural location, the primary direction of flow can, for instance, stay green to enable the vast majority of cars to go through swiftly. Whenever a car from a side road or street approaches the crossroads, a sensor is used to detect it, and the colors cycle to allow the cars on the side roads to pass. It will also help in reducing the chances of accidents. Another important use of traffic lights is to avoid accidents. Some traffic lights in major cities are indeed developed enough just to allow specific types of vehicles to operate signals when needed, allowing for quick transit through crossings. This system allows emergency vehicles such as ambulances, fire engines, and police cars to change the traffic signals as they arrive, allowing them to get to their destinations significantly quicker. Suppose there is a house in which the individual is having severe heart-related problems. The ambulance is at the house and now it is rushing towards the hospital to save that particular individual. Now that there is a traffic light coming up, the ambulance cannot stop at the light because any delay in the procedure could complicate the issue he is having. In order to avoid that, ambulances have the authority to change the lights. And even if it is a red light, an ambulance can pass through the red light without breaking the law of the country. This is how the traffic lights actually work. You see, coding is applied in our everyday lives, and this was just an example.